like I love music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I do that, that's it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like when I'm just, whether I'm smoking, whether I'm just on the couch, just sitting down in the studio, just listening to the beat on the speakers loud, the music is comfortable to me. It brings compassion. Like I don't know how. Like it's just been like that my whole life. And
hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Our Self-Love Story. I'm your host, Brandy Hess, and today we are taking another step to falling deeper in self-love. So today in the studio, I'm here with my very first male guest. I'm like so excited to finally have like a male guest on the show. So today I'm sitting here with Dezzy.
Yeah, what's the word?
Dezzy is a local rapper. It's like a rapper that's like coming up in Detroit, in the city, and we like family too at the same time. So it's like a win-win,
Yes, sir.
So Dezzy, tell us a little bit more about you. Like I said that you're a rapper, but just give us like a little bit more about you.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan. You feel me?
Okay.
Like I ain't gonna really claim no side. Like you feel me? I don't really like doing that. Like, cause I like the life I lived. Like you feel me? I was in foster care like so many times. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, like so it was like I pretty much lived like everywhere. I ain't really had like no, how niggas be gangbanging for like 30 years in the same spot. I ain't never had that. You feel me?
Right.
Cause I was like, it was like broken up over my childhood, like 5 years here, 5 years there, 5 years there.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm just from the whole
from
city.
Detroit,
like
period.
I'm from this motherfucker.
Right.
You feel me? I'm from
right.
there for sure.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Cause like as a rapper, like people might not expect for you to come on a podcast and talk about self-love.
Man, what? Listen. So like, it's like people got like a certain stereotype or like
of a rapper.
Like of what they supposed to do. Like at the end of the day, bro, I'm into what I'm into. Like you feel me? I'm showing you like me. Like this is me. Like I'm giving you an avenue to connect with my life. Like you feel me? So if I like doing a podcast or I like going, you know what I'm saying, just reading books, like that's what I'm on. Like if you watching me, this what we about to be on. Like,
so you read? Are you like into reading?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm reading something right now.
What you reading?
I just got done reading Keon book, so now I'm on to the 48 Laws of Power.
I heard that was a good book.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna like spoil it for you, but I ain't gonna lie, I feel smarter. Like,
for real?
Like just reading it, I be feeling like a genius, you feel me? And then when I read Keon book, I felt like a genius. Like,
wait, what's Keon book?
So Keon, so I don't know, so I got a cousin on my mom's side named Keon Clinton.
Oh, okay,
and he has a book that he published, and he was like, it's basically like instructions on how to change your bad habits into what you're supposed to be doing, and it's just like, it's so crazy how a mindset, like just a mindset could change so much, like, and it just, that inspired me, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I ain't trying to take you all too far.
No, this is good. I'm trying to get into reading too, so when you said that, I was like, intrigued.
Like definitely, like if you like I'm not a bookworm, but like I'm definitely interested in knowledge that I want to know about.
Yeah, I agree.
Like in things that I want to know about, like stuff that I need the blueprint to, I am interested in that. So I'll read a 1,000-page book if it's like something that I want to read.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand, like it's a book for everyone. You feel me? You just gotta find what you want to read.
Right. Okay, so as you know, this is the Our Self-Love Story podcast.
Yes.
So everything here is about self-love.
Okay.
So for you, how would you define self-love?
Okay, so I would say that self-love is like, I would say it's like it's a franchise, like entity in its own way, like
what you mean by that?
Because it has so many so self-love it starts as a mindset, like it starts as a nourishment, a daily healing, like you know what I'm saying, like something that you constantly remind yourself, or something that you constantly tell yourself, or whatever you're doing to get that that physical or mental healing. Like that's just what you're doing. So it becomes like a actual routine. Like so it's like it's almost like self-love for the most part in the beginning. It's a mindset. Right. And then it becomes a lifestyle. That's so crazy that you said that, because at the end of season 1, I don't know if you saw like the season 1 finale that I did, but at the end of season 1, I said basically exactly that. So like in season 1, I was like, I gotta go. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta watch. Go back and watch the season 1 finale, cause I said exactly that. Like I feel like that first season was like the first phase of my self-love journey, and it was like I was healing, just like you said, like really sitting down and being honest with myself about things that I needed to work on and heal from, and like, you know, healing from those things like mentally. Right. But then this season, I feel like I need to take more action. Just like you said, like self-love is a mental thing, but it's also a physical thing. Yeah. And it's like something you have to do daily. And that's the part that I have to work on, is like practicing self-love every day. And not just like once a week or, you know, sporadically here and there. Like, I feel like it gotta be a constant thing, like until it becomes your reality. Yeah. Like you gotta make it your reality. Like you gotta pretty much, you do it every day. And at first it starts off as, that's why I say it starts as a mindset. Right. Because like you have to make yourself do it. Yeah. Then over time, as the healing, halfway through the healing, it's natural. Like you automatically doing this. Like you used to getting this. And which really you supposed to be getting. Like you're supposed to be giving yourself the self-love. But now it's like, oh my God, this is something that's so great, because at first, because you just now getting it, you know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, you're supposed to have been doing this, you know what I'm saying? Right, so that's like why it becomes a lifestyle. Like, and you live like that. You just live loving yourself. Right. Yeah, and just like, I heard somebody, I think it was, I be watching Vlad TV. Do you watch Vlad TV? Nah. No? I like Vlad TV like a lot. And I used to really love when he would have Lord Jamar come on there. He like I ain't gonna say old. But he was like a rapper in the 90s. He probably like in his 50s or something now. But anyway, he real into like, I don't know if he like, I think he a 5%er. So they real into like knowledge of self and all that type of stuff. And he said, like on one of his episodes, he said that everything starts with a thought. And when he said that, I was like I had never heard that before. But when I started to think about it, I'm like, yeah, like everything does, like every idea you have to have, everything starts from an idea, like this wine glass or wine in general, or this MacBook, like somebody, or even my podcast, like it started off with me having an idea, or whoever, any creation or anything, it starts off with as a thought, and we just, like that made me realize how much I was underestimating my mind, and like the power that your mind has to become like your reality and impact your actions and your life overall, like from your mind, like that really like kind of just changed the way I think about everything when he said that. Yeah, like things like that do that to me all the time. Like when I hear somebody say something, I'll be like, dang, like dang, like for sure. Like I definitely understand that. Like man, a lot of people get scared of that. Like scared of what? Like they thoughts, like they'll think something, and unknowingly though, like unconsciously, they'll think of something and immediately like reject it, like I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do that, or not I can't do this, but they'll think of it and then they won't actually do it because it's not their reality. Right. Like, but people don't understand, you have to make it. Right. You have to actually get up and go do it. Yeah. That's so true, because sometimes I think like my ultimate dream in life is to like build a house from like buy land and like build my own house. And like sometimes I'll be like, it seems so far-fetched, and I'm like, that'll never happen. I just move on. But it's like, sometimes I stop and think like, why can't that be something that I really do? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that's definitely achievable. Yeah. So it's like, the only thing that's stopping you is you in a way. Exactly. You just gotta tell yourself you could do it. Like, I saw a video of LeBron James, he like, man, I'm not tired, like, you feel me? He like, I'm a hustler, I hustle all day, like I don't get no sleep, you feel me? But I'm not tired, because I don't get tired.
Right.
But you want to know why he don't get tired? Because he tell himself he don't get tired.
Right. Exactly.
If you walking around all day like, I'm so tired, oh my God, you gonna feel tired.
Yeah.
Like,
or have you ever noticed like how your body will change if you like thinking about something and you change from an I can't to like a I will? Like, to me, sometimes I do that and I feel like my body just immediately change. If I'm thinking about something like, okay, I'm gonna go work out today for 2 hours, and at first I'm like, I can't do that. But then when I change my mind and say, no, I can't do that and I will do that, it's like your body really does react to that.
It get into like, it listen to what you saying. Yeah. Like, it's gonna listen, because at the end of the day, you in control.
Exactly.
Like, and that's why we trying to tell people all the time, like, whatever their problems is, people be coming to me, a lot of people come to me a lot, like, they be coming to me because they like how I talk. Mm-hmm. And I be telling them, like, man, you gotta just handle your business. Yeah. Like, you gotta get up and just do it. No excuses, man. Like, I made excuses for years, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And I just started doing what I needed to do, and it's coming together. This all a year's worth of work, you feel me? Right. Like, people will think, oh my God, how you do all this, that, and third? Like, no, this is a couple months.
Right. You talking about your music career?
Yeah, like my music, you feel me? My whip, my crib, like everything that I done did. Like, I was just so fucked up. Like, you feel me? I think the first time you saw me, I was fucked up. Like, you feel me? Yeah, like I was in a bad position, but I grinded it out. You know what I'm saying? I got myself together, and all it takes is action.
Right. Yeah.
Like, a lot of times people, they leave it at an idea. Like, people be infatuated about the idea. Yeah. Like, they'd be like, ooh, that'd be nice, but they never will actually go do it. Like, sometimes you gotta just get up, man.
That's so true. Okay, so you talk about your music career. We're gonna get into that. All right. Let's go back to, because we was talking about books and
oh yeah,
and like the mind and all of that, which is all great. So
definitely.
Let's segue back into talking about self-love.
Okay.
So for you, self-love, you said it's an action that you do like daily. So do you feel like you love yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I believe I love myself to an extent.
Okay.
Like, I could do better for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely, it's areas where I could definitely like clean up something, some ways that I feel, or some confusion. Like, a lot of times, like, just understanding your feelings. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple things I don't understand, or like I'm confused about, like how I feel about a certain situation.
Do you want to talk about those things that you like trying to figure out?
Well, okay.
That's what self-love is all about. Like, being real with yourself and really putting the words to, well, that's what I feel like healing and self-awareness is like the first part of self-love. And really just being honest with yourself and just saying, like, this is what I'm going through.
Yeah,
and just
for sure.
Working it out.
Definitely, like, bro, my mama say something all the time. She be like, to even fix the problem, you got to know what the problem is first.
Right.
Like, you got to be man enough. You got to be woman enough. You got to be real enough to just be like, okay, what is the issue? Like, why am I feeling like this, or why is this not working? And you got to be completely honest, no bias. Like,
yeah, that's true.
And once you peep that, then you can move forward with the mindset. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
so what's one thing in your self-love journey do you feel like you need to work on right now?
Yeah, like, okay, so like I just said, like, basically, like, understanding my feelings, like how I feel about certain things. Like, it's a lot of things that I feel like my heart is confused on. Like, it's still hurting because I didn't take the time to pause and tend to it. So, like, because I didn't address it right then, now years later, I'm still feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Because I never open book addressed it. Like, not just saying addressed it with somebody, but just addressed it, period. Like, even like acknowledged it. Like, and I'm starting to see that that's like real unhealthy. Like, you cannot do that. Like, even if you don't take it up with the person or with whoever, you got to address it with you and God, like, or like you and whoever you speak to, like, because it'll just be on your soul.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I feel like I had a similar experience as far as like holding on to stuff for a long time, and you not like, and it's maybe not the case that you holding on because you don't want to let go. It could be the case that you're holding on maybe because it's kind of like you so used to it that it's kind of like you've been operating in this way unconsciously, and you know what I'm saying, like you don't even realize that it's something that you need to work on because you so used to it that
you think that it's normal.
Yeah, or it hasn't even crossed your mind as something that you need to work on because you just never thought.
Because you think this is regular, like this is normal.
Yeah, so I think I kind of had that experience. I would say like when I did realize one day that I was like carrying it around like pain for like a long time. I feel like I talked about this on another episode, but like when I was a kid, I was really close with like certain people, and then as I got older, those relationships kind of faded a little bit.
Yeah.
And so when I got like, I don't know if it was like a coping mechanism or just the way that I processed it in my mind, but I kind of always felt like people was temporary. I felt temporary, and I felt like people in relationships was temporary.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wasn't I feel like I wasn't the chosen one. Like I wasn't special to somebody because those relationships didn't last, and I feel like they didn't like want to be around me no more. They didn't want our relationship anymore. And so I carried that, like the day that I realized that, I kind of just had like a flashback to all these different times when I felt like I wasn't nobody's favorite, or I felt like I wasn't good enough, or I felt like
almost like you wasn't
basically.
like you wasn't like you didn't belong.
Yeah.
Like you wasn't permanent. I know the feeling, man. I was in foster care like 3 times, so I definitely know the feeling. Like it almost just feel like none of this matter. Like I'm doing all this for no reason, because at the end of the day I'm gonna start over in a couple months. Like you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna start over again. I definitely understand.
Yeah. And so one day I just realized that, and it's like still something that I still like, it's still a thought process in my head that I have to like overcome, like as far as feeling like I'm not nobody's favorite, or feeling like kind of like temporary. Like that's something that I still deal with. But just that day when I had that realization, I was able to, like put really understand it.
Yeah, and like you could communicate to yourself almost. Like
yeah. Exactly. Or even like having the feeling, like thinking back to when I was a kid, I used to miss these people, but me being a kid, I didn't know what that emotion was. So I didn't know that I knew that I wanted to be around them, but I didn't know that the emotion I was feeling was that I missed a certain person. It wasn't until I got older that I realized, like, okay, I missed these people all that time when I was thinking about them and wondering where they was at, or trying to figure out what happened to our relationship. That was me as a kid missing people who I was once close with. But at that time, I didn't know how to put a name to that. I didn't know.
You didn't know how to put like a word, like what was this? What is this?
Yeah,
like what am I going through?
Yeah. So that's like what you said, where you not knowing how to like not understanding your emotions, or not knowing how to put a name to it. It's like I experienced that same thing.
Man, like it be some things like, so like I got like, for example, like my father, he just passed away. Like my biological father, like he passed away. You feel me? It's all good. He passed away probably in February. Yeah, he passed away February 2021.
This year? Last year. Okay.
Yeah, and it was just like, you feel me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I never like my sister will always say like, you gotta grieve. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like one of those, like I take it, I throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Like I take the thought, I throw it in the back of my head. I never see it again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's just to get up and go to work. You know what I'm saying? To pay my car note, to pay my insurance, like things that I'm supposed to do. That's my way of coping, like just getting through it and not just breaking down and being an emotional wreck. Because don't nobody want to be an emotional wreck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm throwing myself into work, like just putting it behind me. But at this, like, it's like what people literally say, like one day it's going to catch you. Like, you feel me? And I ain't saying like it caught me yet, but I just know like it's so many things that I've been doing for years that I just throw away and just, you know what I'm saying? Like try not to face it. Like I still haven't faced that. Yeah. Like I still haven't sat down and been like, dang, like, or had the conversation with my sister or my siblings, like they want to talk to me about it. I haven't talked to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just a very sensitive area, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know how to address the situation. Like, it's something hard. But in them situations, this is something that people would do. Like, people would do this often. Like, not just me. Like, they just run past a lot of things that hurt their feelings, that be on them. And it'll give them certain attributes that stop them from loving themselves. Like,
yeah, that's true.
They acquire that bitterness or that, you know what I'm saying? And they don't understand that you being bitter, you know what I'm saying? That's you taking from yourself. Like,
yeah, I feel like a part of that is because you're not being your true self, and because you're not like acknowledging your, you know, like your real emotions. And in order for you to love yourself, like you got to be all the way yourself, you know.
Right. It's
and
almost
so,
like you intoxicated with bitterness. Like your mind is sabotaged with derogatory or negative thoughts. Like, you need a clear, peaceful mind to cure yourself. You can't do it if you like upset or mad. That's like trying to, you know what I'm saying, discipline someone when you upset. Like, that ain't right.
Yeah. So as far as like being an emotional wreck, I think sometimes it's necessary. I truly believe that sometimes you do have to be an emotional wreck. Now, I do not believe that emotional wreck should be just like the content of your character, like a consistent a thing where you just emotional wreck all day, every day. That's just who you are. That's what you do. I do not believe that. But I do believe that being an emotional wreck for a for a specific amount of time is healthy. And I think it is necessary because when you are like just fully, like from what I've experienced, when you're just fully emotionally vulnerable, like you realize, you learn about yourself and you learn what's really bothering you and what's really hurting you. And from there, you can grow. I feel like being an emotional wreck is like where you learn and where you grow from, because like I said, it shows you what exactly is hurting you. But if you never like allow yourself to get to that place where you're just like a wreck, then you can't really, you don't really give yourself the opportunity to really to realize what's really going on with you.
Yeah, it's almost like walking into your room and you know you gotta unpack all this stuff. But if you let it just sit there and it never get unpacked.
Or it's like if you clean your room and you just like literally like
exactly like
brushing it under the rug. Like literally that phrase, brushing it under the rug, is like, I think when you like when you keep all your emotions in, that's what it's like.
Yeah, that's
like
basically that's definitely what it's doing.
Yeah.
Like you brushing it under the rug, and sooner or later you're gonna have to clean that.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to do it.
And another analogy, at least the way for me, when I clean up, I ruin my like entire space. Like I mess it all the way up, and then you go in and you clean it all the way in.
That's what I was just about to say. I'm like, bro, if you go in your room, bro, you gotta clean your room, or you gotta unpack. Like, bro, you got all these boxes, but if you just sit all your boxes on the bed and just dump it all out, it's a mess. It's a mess. Once you sort it, but it's almost like what you said. Like, if you never sort through it, you would never get to that point.
Yeah.
Like, you would never get to the point to where it's organized.
Right, exactly.
Like, you don't just wake up and your stuff be organized. Like, you got to organize it.
Yeah, and you get to see all of the mess that you got to clean up.
Everything, you get to see all the why it's like this. Oh, so this is like this because of this. Or because this is like, you feel me? Like, you get to see the answer, everything.
Yeah.
So the storm, usually, when you trying to heal yourself, that should be the first walk that you walk through. Like, you shouldn't try to look for, you should walk straight through it. Like, because on the other side, it's sunny.
So, with that being said, with the stuff that you feel like you need to work on, are you willing to go through the storm and just let yourself be a wreck for a little while?
I mean, well, I'm really, like I was, like, I'm really in a space where I'm trying to, like, you feel me? Like, I don't need no emotional things affecting, like, my judgment. Like I need to be logical and realistic. Like, I'm trying to accomplish some things. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to become a homeowner.
Right,
you feel me? I got a few things I gotta pay off. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got some things I gotta build up. Like, so I know it's gonna take, like, probably, like, a year, 2 years, probably like a year and a half more. But it's gonna be worth it, because once I get done, then I'm gonna be able to self-evaluate. Like, then I'm gonna be able to sit down, because I know I'm not like ignorant to the situation. I know what I'm doing. I know what I need to do.
So do you feel like, so you don't think that you could do both at the same time, like be logical and emotional at the same time?
Yeah, see, and that's a trait that men don't have. Like we can't, like we can't just be emotional and then like if I get to a point to where I'm emotional, like it's just that. Like I can't. Like girls, they so good at doing that. Like
being logical and emotional.
Like y'all can be in y'all feelings, but still. That's why I like to say women are like stronger than men in that sense. Mentally, mentally, because they can do that. Like they can still think and do everything and process everything and still be like.
You mean like get life done?
Exactly,
while being
and
emotional.
be a wreck. Like you feel me? Like the worst thing could just happen, and she at work. Like she at work in this boy. Like yeah, I'm getting this money. Like you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do nothing like that. Like if some man, listen. If I was like in my feelings, I couldn't do it. Like my day to day would be different. Like my conversation would be different. Like I'm really like a person that I come off the hip. Like so if I'm talking, I'ma speak from the heart. You know what I'm saying? How I'm feeling, like it would affect my conversation. It would affect things, and it would just impede me in ways.
So like as a man, you feel like most of the time you're logical. But when you are emotional, it has a stronger effect, like impact on how you move throughout life.
Like basically I need a steady hand, a firm, steady hand. So when it's time for me to do that, like, you know what I'm saying, it'd be a woman there to like, you feel me, like to guide me through it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not like saying, like, I'm just saying like any man, like, you feel me, like, you trying to reevaluate with yourself, you trying to do something, like, definitely do that junk, but you gonna need that firm, come here, like, come over here this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody gotta keep directing you and help you through it. Like, I feel like, and this is, I'm not gonna say that everybody's like that, because you might catch a man that's, you know what I'm saying, that can do it by itself.
Right.
Like, but me, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm real enough to understand, like, if I was to do that, I could not do that by myself. Like, especially like the things that I have to get over. Like, I couldn't do that by myself. I would, like, if I did, it would take a long time, and I'd be like one of those guys that you was talking about that just be in a wreck all the time. Like,
okay.
I'd be like one of them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you feel like you need like a woman in your life to kind of help you emotionally while you are like the logical part.
Yeah, like basically like she gon' like, cause at the end of the day I would handle that with her. Like them things is cool behind closed doors. Like I talk to her about how I'm feeling, like and in a way it's like self-love treatment. Like it'd be therapy. Like I'm talking to her about what I'm going through. Like this is what I'm going through, this is how I feel. And the simple action of her just helping me understand how I'm feeling. Like understanding your feelings more is I feel like that's self-love. Like
I agree.
Because it brings you closer. Like you be like, dang, okay, so this is why I feel like this. And then it's like, okay, now we can find an answer. Like now we can do this. And that's why I know for a fact, like I could not do that. Like I'll be at the crib, you know what I'm saying, mad, all type of stuff. Like it'll get crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't even step into that. Like I'm going to step into it hopefully, like when I get done with this, you know what I'm saying, like, and I just want to see where it take me. I'm still afraid, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
afraid to what, like fully face your emotions? Yeah,
like to address what you know what I'm saying, the things that I've been through, like just addressing like everything, like, and it's a lot of stuff, like it's crazy stuff. So it's like I be in a space to where like it be like nervous because I know some of the things that I face I don't have the answer to. Like I don't got the answer to. I know I don't got the answer to it. So like it's gonna be, once again, like I was saying, it's gonna be hard finding the answer by myself. Like I'm gonna need that. Look, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could definitely relate. I mean, you talked about, you know, your dad passing away and being in foster care. So I could just that's like really deep stuff. You know. Yeah, so
I lost a lot of people, you feel me? I ain't gonna like just get the, you feel me?
Yeah,
I lost my father. You know what I'm saying? RPM.
Right.
I lost my sister. Like, I lost a lot of people. You feel me? So it's like just that section alone is so many pages.
Right.
Then foster care, so many other stuff. Like, it's just like, if I was to get into that, it would take time. That would be like years of healing. Like, I had to go through that with somebody that just give me goodness. You know what I'm saying? For the mental. Like, somebody that's just innate. And then they would have to be like past the point of like, mental evaluation.
Yeah, they'll have to be able to help you.
Exactly, because I can't try to, you know what I'm saying, I can't try to get with a girl, be with a girl that's messed up.
And she try to help you.
She try to help me and she can't even walk yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's selfish of me. Yeah. Like, because I know I'm like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's like I'm not going to say I'm not super religious. But certain things in like the Bible like do resonate with me, and like what you said is like in the Bible it says love God, love yourself, and then love others. And to me that really resonates. So you saying like, you know, you have to be with somebody that already loves themselves and is good emotionally so that they can, you know, pour into you, and I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, because my pot is empty. You know what I'm saying? So like if you come to the situation with an empty pot, you can't have somebody else with an empty pot. You're gonna burn the glass. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like somebody had to have something in there. Right. Even if you don't start with nothing, like, so that's why I just feel like that'd be a good situation for me. On top of the fact of like, I thought about it like not that long ago. Like I wanted to start like trying to like go through that stuff. Yeah. Like, and it's for good reasons, like, because I feel like I'll be better, like, I'll be a better person.
You might be happier.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I be thinking, like, damn, like, maybe I should do that. But I gotta be realistic. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I'm out here on my own team, like, you feel me? So it's not like I got the same options as other people to be able to do that type of stuff. It would be nice, though.
Yeah. Well, how about this? When you ready to go on yourself, when you really start your self-love journey, you come back here, and then we'll talk about all that. Because you kind of like in a stage, which I think is great, you kind of like in a stage where you like, I know what I want to do, I know what I kind of need to do, but I'm just not all the way there yet when I'm really ready to like, to really like put myself all the way out there. And I think that that's like, still a part of the journey. Like we said, everything starts off with a thought. So you like in your ideation stage. That's where you like thinking about, you know, thinking about self-love, but you haven't quite yet took the step, but it's still a part of the process.
That's
because
that's
it starts
big.
with a thought.
Whoa, that's big. Like you just said that, and that's big. Like that's definitely where I'm at. Like I'm in that stage where I'm like, dang, I want to do this. Yeah. Like, but I can't. I'm gonna do it sooner or later.
But we said it started with a thought, so if you say that you can't,
right, exactly.
You're not.
But that's like me just contradict like putting the brakes on, like me saying I can't, cause I know I could. Right. I could.
But that could be like you saying you can't, but that could be fear talking. That could be like like physically it comes out as I can't, but mentally or emotionally you maybe. Mentally, and I can't speak for you. I just know like how it was for me. Right. When I was kind of like in that same spot where it's like I want to try it, and I'm still like in that spot because like I'm more comfortable like speaking about self-love and like loving myself, but I'm not quite at the stage where I'm ready to where I'm ready to act it out. So in a way we kind of like in similar stages, but just on like different levels, I would say. So maybe you're like 1A, where A is like the ideation phase, and I'm on like 2A. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're thinking about making the next step, but just like on different phases.
You like, yeah, I'm in a different phase. I'm in the beginning phase. Like you done been here, you done been where I was at. Right. But now you a little further. Like you feel me?
But it's still kind of like a similar experience.
Heck yeah, like it's definitely the same thing. Like, but I just feel like the only thing that like so this is how I feel. Like I remember I was watching you and Nuri talk. You know
okay. Shout out to a subscriber.
I was watching you. I was watching you talk to, you feel me, and I was just thinking the whole time, like, bro, like, how, like, what's other ways, like, other than like trying to like evaluate your feelings or reflect on yourself? Like, what's other ways that you could show love to yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never had no, like,
yeah.
And it's so crazy. Like, that's, shout out to my mom and my pops. You feel me? They
like, they took me, like, my brother Sonny, his parents took me in, and they loved me like their children. But before that, like, I never really had nobody that loved me right. So I didn't have like a example. Right. You feel me? So I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. Like, my grandfather wasn't like, you gotta love yourself like this. You feel me? When I was young, like, you gotta do this, you gotta treat yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never been through that. So I don't know, like, what's things that could be done, like, to do that.
What could you do besides just, like, evaluate yourself? Like, what's some things that you could just enriching your mental? Like, what could you do to, like, enlighten yourself, like, to relieve that type of pain without, like, basically, like, understanding what's going on and just accepting it? Like, is it another way? Like, is it another type of fruit? Like, is there different trees, or is it only one tree? Like,
yeah, that's a good question, and that's something that I'm trying to, trying to learn too. Yeah. I feel like how we talked about in the beginning, self-love is an action. Yeah. And as I'm going through my self-love journey, I try to do for myself, like, I feel like loving myself is doing for me what I imagine other people doing for me. So if I imagine somebody doing something for me and that will make me feel loved, then I'm like, well, I could just do that for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, like, damn near, like, treat yourself in a way.
Yeah. Like, if you want somebody to tell you you look beautiful, or you look handsome, or you talented, tell that to yourself. You know, if you would want somebody to go on a vacation with you or something, I mean, it's not the same going on vacation by yourself, but that time of just having fun. Like, ultimately, when you go on vacation, you want to have fun. You want to relax. So, have fun doing activities with yourself and relaxing by yourself. Or if you feel love when you with your family, spend time with your family. Like, I just think whatever somebody else can do for you to make you feel love, if you're able to do it for yourself, then that's a form of self-love. Yeah, that's something that I could be doing. Like, just chilling with my family, because I don't really be, like, around them. Yeah. Even I don't be around them folks. They know who they is. No shade. We ain't got time for no family beef on the podcast.
I'm just playing. But they know I'm just playing. But yeah, like, definitely, like, I could do that. Be around the family. Yeah. Yeah, like, do stuff like that. Like, and it's like, I also want to say, like, the journey to loving yourself is an amazing journey. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done seen, like, I haven't been through it. Like, I haven't completed it, but I done seen people come out on the other side. Yeah. Like, man, listen, man. I knew this guy, man. His name's Stephen Brock. Okay. Bro, this man literally, like, had a wall, like a little whiteboard, and he wrote all his stuff on there. Like, everything that he had a problem with, everything that hurted him, all that stuff. And when he came to the city, like, because he was from New York, like, he came to the city and was just
came to Detroit.
Yeah, he came to Detroit and was just like, man, I'm here to feel better. You know what I'm saying?
He came to Detroit to feel better.
Like, exactly. And he's a white guy too, Stephen Brock. He's a white guy. Shout out to my boy Brock. You feel me? But and he came out here, man, and his story was crazy. Like, he got, like, man, we literally found a stray dog. And he kept it. He still has the dog to this day. Her name is Layla. Like, that. It's so crazy. Like, and it's like just watching how better of a person he became. Like watching how his day-to-day changed. Like, his personal day-to-day. Like he became a more productive person. Okay. Like, he got more results. Like, he got results on whatever he was trying to do. He was doing what he wanted to do.
So he was really, like, focused and dedicated to
it's no barriers. Yeah. Like, once you get to the point where you, like, that's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, once you get to the point to where you actually love yourself, that's why the journey is so amazing.
Yeah, and it's never ending. It's like a never ending journey.
I feel like, yeah, it's definitely, like, you can never stop loving yourself. But I'm saying, like once you get past that hump of bitterness that you've been incorrectly living your whole life, it's like a weight lifted off you. Like how you said, you get to be your actual like your best self.
Yeah.
And then now you achieve everything. You doing everything you thought you could do.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I done seen that happen with so many people, and that's why I be like, dang, all right, I know I'm gonna do this. Like I'm gonna do it one day.
Right.
Because I know it's gonna make me so
know,
good.
yeah, what can come from it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up. One other thing I feel like to me that self-love is just like being at peace.
Oh yeah.
Like anything that brings me peace, I feel like is like
you feel me? If we had that little statue, that'd be like, we could hit him with that. But yeah,
I feel like whatever brings you peace is like it's not it's self-love, or it should be a part of your self-love.
Yeah,
right?
Because peace, you feel me, is like soothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it's like
peace is reassuring.
Yeah,
it's comfortable.
Yeah, like you ever just did something or like. And you just like afterwards you just like I just feel so like I don't have to question this at all, like it just feels right, it seems right, like that'd be my ultimate goal with like everything. Like I want to be at peace, like as far as relationships, like if I deal with people, family, friends, whoever, if I don't feel at peace with you, I'm sorry, but I just don't want to be around it. And the same thing could be with me. Maybe I don't bring peace to everybody, and if that's what's best, I don't know. I'm not toxic. I feel like, you should have me in your life. But if I'm not what brings you peace, then you should do what you got to do, because I feel like that's what I would do.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta sever that. Like you gotta protect your peace.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Like, cause other people will invade
and chase your peace. Chase it.
Yeah, definitely. They'll do a lot of things to your peace. Like they'll try to take it, steal it, chase it, all that. Like, you feel me? Because they don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to definitely make yourself unavailable, and a lot of people might take it a certain way. Yeah. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, you gotta protect your peace, because you have to be at peace.
Exactly.
Like, and I feel like it's just selfish of the other person to be upset. You know
And what else is a form of self-love? I think, and I talked about this on another episode as well. So a form of self-love is like doing what you love and chasing your passion.
Oh yeah.
And for you, I know that you're passionate about music. So that's like, have you ever thought about, you pursuing music as a form of self-love? Have you ever thought about it that way?
Well, I definitely can say that it's nourishing.
Okay.
Like, when I make music, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, making music, like, not even writing the lyrics or, like, coming up with the lyrics be the best part for me. Like, the best part for me be, like, the vibe session. Like, so basically before every song, every song that Dezzy produces, like, every song, like 15 minutes before I rap the song, it's a vibe session. Like, I'm listening to the beats. My eyes are to the back of my head. And I'm vibing to whatever beat I'm about to rap on. Like, because that, it's like, I love music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I do that, it's therapeutic. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when I'm just, whether I'm smoking, whether I'm just on the couch, just sitting down in the studio, just listening to the beat on the speakers loud, the music is comfortable to me. It brings compassion. Like, I don't know how. Like, it's just been like that my whole life. And I feel like it's like that. Like, now, I feel like it's that way because when I was a child, music was always played. Like, my whole life. Like, my mom, like, I would wake up and music would just be playing. Like, she'd just be on the computer, music just loud as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, my whole life I'm used to music. Like, so now I need this sound. Like, I need that constant, you know what I'm saying, reassurance of music. And it's like, it's good for me. Like, I love it. Like, I love creating new sounds, doing different things. And it's amazing. Like, it definitely helps heal me, because it's like a like, when I had a hard week and I go to the studio, after I get done, I make a good song and I'm listening to it, I be like, like, it's a relief.
Just that sigh of relief. That's self-love right there. Like,
I would have never known that. That's crazy.
You didn't think about it You never thought about it that way, but I feel like, yeah, that is self-love because it's doing what you love to do. It's bringing you peace.
Yeah,
you know?
bringing me peace. It's making me feel good, like better than what I was 5 minutes ago. So, like, I feel like that's definitely a form of healing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely would say that's an outlet for me to love myself through that, because I get to definitely get a relief through that.
Okay, that's dope. So, how exactly? I know you like always have loved music since a kid, but how did you get like into music professionally? How long have you been doing it?
Okay, so like I ain't never been like so basically I was rapping like as a kid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I never like I just had an idea like I'll do this, I'll do that. Like if I was a rapper, I'll do this, or if I was a rapper, I'll do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I see everybody else being rappers and I'd be like, they ain't doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you feel me? If I was you, I'd be doing this. Like, you feel me? So, and then it was like, it wasn't until I got to the point to where I was in high school. Like, because I like to say it was middle school, but really it was high school.
Okay.
And I was in the studio. They had a studio inside the high school I was attending, Central Collegiate Academy.
Okay, that's dope. Not a lot of high schools have that.
Yeah, they had a studio built into the high school, and like basically, I was in there rapping one day. Like I was just in there rapping. Now I'm at the time I was top of my class. You feel me? I was like over the whole music program. So I'm in there rapping and just doing me. And I don't know if you're familiar with Helliva.
Yeah, is he like a producer or?
Yeah, he a producer. /GOAT, like artist.
/GOAT, yeah. I just know I hear that they shout him out like
because
on every song.
People don't understand he used to rap, but he put the pen down. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he should pick it back up. Yeah. But he used to rap. You know what I'm saying? And I followed that music too. That was hard. Like I went back and actually did my research. But yeah, like Helliva walked past. Cause he came up there to like basically speak to the students.
And he was at your high school?
Yeah, like he came up there as like a famous person to come talk to the students. Okay. And he walked past the door, like, and he was like, "Damn!" Like
you was rapping when he walked past. Yeah. That's like it was meant to be.
Exactly. You feel me? And he was like, "Damn!" Like you feel me? Like he came. I ain't gonna act like I heard what he said, cause I don't know. Like you feel me? The other people told me, but. Basically, he came in the studio. Next thing you know, he's in the studio. He's listening to what I'm doing. Like, I stopped freestyling.
I was just playing, but now we done press play on the music. And he like, bro, this even better than what you was just doing. So I'm like,
that was your start.
That was where it was like
you just randomly in
that was
high
where
school.
I was like, bro, I'm about to take this junk serious. Like, Helliva just told me I'm sweet.
Yeah.
But really, that was wrong. To me, I feel like that was wrong. Because I don't need validation from nobody. Like I should have just been already on that, and I should have knew. But that's because I didn't. You feel me? Like I ain't know myself. Yeah. Like that's a way. That's basically like self-love. Like I should have been loving myself. If I would have been past that point, I would have knew that. Yeah. Like I would have been confident in myself. Like I would have been on that already. Like I can do this. You feel me? I wouldn't have needed him to come tell me that. Yeah. But when he told me that was when I was like, dang, I'm about to start recording songs, going to the studio, because Helliva just told me I was sweet. Like, you feel me?
So that was when? Like how?
That was 2018.
Okay.
2018, 17 probably. No, not 2018. Damn, not 2018. That was 2016.
So it's been a minute.
Dang, I'm getting old. I am getting old, bro. What the fuck? I just peeped that shit.
You thought it was like 2 years ago? It was like,
yeah, like I didn't just leave high school. It's been years. Yeah, that shit is crazy. I know.
When I think about it, I've been out of high school for 8 years. That's crazy. Like, bro, I'm still a young tenderoni. Like, how have I been out of high school for 8 years?
Bro, I haven't been in high school since 2018. And that's long, like, you feel me? And just now thinking back to, like, because he came up there when I was, like, a sophomore, like, 11th grade. So that had to be either, like, 2016, 17, or 16 going into that.
So you was in high school rapping. Helliva saw you, kind of gave you that validation. And you like, all right, I'm going, from here.
The next drastic thing that took place that really, like, sealed it, like, that just locked it in, was... It was really Ray Ray, like really, like officially, like Ray Ray was the one. Like
So Ray Ray is.
he's my brother.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? That's my brother. You feel me? End of the day, that's my brother. Like, so you feel me? Like he just came to me and was just like, bro, you so like, you feel me? Like you that like, and you know what I'm saying? Just coming from a person like, bro, he was like a idol to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, not even looked up to him. Like before I knew him, even not saying I don't look up to him, but like on a more serious tip, like before I even knew him, I knew of him.
Okay.
You feel me? Like when I was a kid, like, you know what I'm saying, people don't understand, like Dex Osama and them, they was the Baby Moneys and
yeah, okay, so Ray Ray is the founder of
Choppable.
Okay,
like he created that. You feel me? Like that's his stuff. Like
and that's the label that you signed to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like basically like he just basically had told me I was hard, but it wasn't that got me. It was like he literally believed me. Like he believed in me.
Right.
Like, and it was a type of believe, like it gave me charisma.
Yeah,
like bro, like he believed in me like I believe in myself. And that just, I was like, dang, like, and that was the first time I started getting those responses, and like I started getting more and more of those, and that really made me like, I want to take this serious because it's people in the world that believe in me.
Yeah.
Like multiple people, like people literally believe in what I'm doing. Like without me sending them a post, without me, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm at the studio. They just hear your
music and they just like.
I'm at the studio, bro. I'm literally at the studio. Vez pull up and hop out the Wraith. Like I swear to God, he hops out the Wraith and tells my pops like, bro, send me this video, send me this song. Like this song's so hard. Send me the song you and Butter got right now. Like you feel me? Like that type of stuff be like, dang, like this man just hopped out the Wraith, 500 in jewelry on him, and he in my face talking about drop this.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
That's so what's up.
It just gave me motivation.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You feel me? And that was what it was that like really like stamped it. Like you gotta do it.
Yeah, for sure. So I know for like a lot of artists, they use their music as an outlet to kind of express themselves. Is that like something that you do too?
Yes, like I get in my modes. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I be in my modes where like it depends on how you catch me. Like a lot of times I'm not gonna lie. Past few years, like the past year or two, I really just been high and upset. You feel me?
Okay, let me not laugh.
So like I know it's all good, man. Like
I didn't know where you was going with that.
Like I just been high and upset. Like basically like just what I mean by that is like smoking a lot of weed and just being in that mentality of like it is what it is and I'm on what you on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So but you feel me? I get in the mood.
So like just going with the flow? Like what do you mean?
Like basically like, so to me, music is, like I said, like a lot of people have different meanings. Like people make their music and sometimes it might have like a story behind it or it might have like a reason or this is why they made this album. Like, but that's why, like this is what's different about me. Like I literally make music because like music is my vibes. Like that's what I do. Like I make vibe music. Like like this is something like when you listen to my song, this was the mood that I was in that day. Like that was how I was feeling. Like you getting my daily expression.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm putting that into my songs. Like you feel me? And in a way, that's like I feel like that's me doing what you just said. Like I'm literally expressing myself.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like that's what I'm literally just like I call it vibe music because you feel me, the vibe is how you feeling, but like really that's really what it is. Like I'm just telling you how I feel through the music and it's giving you a more colorful picture.
So is it easier for you to like express yourself through music, do you feel like?
Yeah. Like the more creative I get with it, the better it becomes. Like the more I try to explain myself, the stronger the music be.
Okay.
Like I noticed that. Like the more I try to like put more into it, the better the songs be.
Yeah. I mean, that's like anything. If you put more into it, then you get more out of it. And I feel like as you keep perfecting your your craft, then that'll come naturally, and you'll just get better and better and better as you keep going. That's what anybody.
Like anything, if you just keep doing it. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been like really recording. Like I've been recording for I'd say probably like 2 years, like professionally recording. Yeah. Like you feel me?
So like, what's your goal as a rapper, as an artist, as a musician? Like, what type of lane do you want to go into, like, with your music? What do you want to be known for? You know, like, when people think of Dezzy, like, what you want them to think about?
Alright, so basically, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I have not, like, the conclusion that I'm coming to, like, is basically, like, at the end of the day, I want to be in front of thousands of people. Yeah. Like, I want to be able to influence that type of crowd. Okay. Like, I want to be able to have everybody there feeling me, vibing with me, because my whole life, like not to try to copy what you said, but I'm just saying, like, my whole life I've been in and out of foster care. So this was already something that I was feeling like. I just felt like I was alone in the world. You feel me? Like I ain't really have nobody, like nobody that really cared, like, or nobody that loved. You feel me? Like, I never had nobody that loved me for real, like, in my immediate situation. So it was just like, in that moment, I won't be alone no more. Like, I've been connected, everybody in this arena, everybody in this room, like, everybody that's at this concert, I done connected everybody through a song. Like, that's a powerful, like, that's a powerful feeling. Like, it's a glory in that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my end goal. Like, I just want to be able to be like DMX in front of that big old crowd.
When DMX died, I cried like a baby. Oh, yeah. When I tell you I love DMX, I cried like I knew this man my whole life when he died. I was like,
when he died, bro, it was like I knew him.
Yeah,
it was almost like he was at the reunion. Like, I was like, damn, like what?
I was in my room like crying, like really crying.
Yes, like literally giving like finished, like sick vibes, like you feel for sure, like, because like at the end of the day, that's how you know you were a successful artist, like you had an impact on the world, like, and that's the impact like that I'm trying to make, like. And not because I just want to look sweet, like, you feel me? It's deeper than that. Like I really want that connection. Like, I want to be able to feel that.
I think DMX is a perfect example of like self-love in a way, because DMX, like, he was so real. Like,
heck yeah,
he was like
too real.
Yeah, he was too real. But I think that's why people love him, because he was authentically himself. And he like wasn't scared to put himself all the way out there. And at least for me, just seeing like when I was like see him cry, and just like for me, like, I don't see men show emotion a lot. So when I do see men show emotion, like, it really, like, I guess it like tugs at my heart, and I just feel like connected to them because I don't see it so much. And DMX was just like a very emotional, like, he was not scared to be emotional at all. But he was still like a man, like, all the way, but he was able to communicate his emotions.
But people don't understand, like, that don't make you less of a man.
No, not at all.
You feel me? Like, you can still have that man. Like, at the end of the day, bro, every man got a feminine side.
Exactly. And
whether he act like whether he act like he the hardest nigga alive, he banging street lord wine, all that, like, nigga, he still go to the crib and listen to Mariah Carey. It's like, you feel me? Like, he got a side. Exactly. You feel me? So it just depends on if you actually, that's what I'm saying, like, real, like, are you actually real? Like, are you actually standing on your morals, like, your morality? Do you have a sense of morality? Like, do you have character? You feel me? Just because you are a character don't mean you have character. Like,
yeah. And I think, like, I'm not a musician, but I do listen to music, and I think, like, you know, as you continue on your self-love journey, or whatever, you know, whatever it is, as you unpack your emotions that you got from your stuff in your childhood, and you put that in your music, I think that that's going to ultimately get you to where you want to be. Because people, like I said, like, when you real, people who listen to your music, they recognize that. And people, like, you know, like,
they know it's not a facade.
and they connect with that. So like as you continue on your, learning yourself and loving yourself and putting that in your music, I think that's gonna get you to where you want to go. And I know you was on the phone with your friends, like, and
you just gave me a good ass idea, but
what?
No, I'm gonna tell you afterwards.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I just hear you on the phone with your friends, like saying that you love your friends. Like that's like self love in a way too. Like being able to tell, like express love to other people. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with that. Like when people be saying I love you, like I just be like, so like I'm not at that point.
Like so, basically, like we gotta understand, bro, that tomorrow is not promised. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
So everybody that I'm dealing with, like everybody that got this line right here, like everybody that can call my phone, everybody that can text me, I got love for them. Like I got real love for you. Like you feel me? Like even when I reached out, you feel me, and told like, and it's so crazy. Like this is something that you wouldn't even know. Like when I reached out and we put the podcast together, like I was like, dog, like I want to get on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know nothing about self-love. Right. I don't know nothing about this situation.
But you didn't know that you did.
But I want to get on there. Like I want to be a part of that. You feel me?
Yeah.
And when me as a person, this is how I am, bro. Like when I accept you into my life, like I'm going to show you love. Like I'm going to be there for you. Like I'm going to be a person in your life. Like I'm not about to just be that person that you just meet and then all right, you never talk to him again. Like no, like if what's the point of me having you there? Like why am I taking your number down? Why am I being cool with you if we never gonna speak again? If we just about to be cordial, we could have did that without having the connection.
Numbers, yeah.
You feel me? Like so I feel like if you got my phone number, like if you got my social media, all that stuff, like bro, if you got my contact, if you can contact me, if you can get in touch with me, you should be somebody that's important to me.
That's dope.
If you're not important to me, you shouldn't be talking to me.
Yeah.
Like, like why are you talking to me? Like, you feel me? Like, we shouldn't just be having a conversation. Like, even think about it. Like, everybody, your peers, like all the people that you talk to, like all the people that you conversate with, you pick and choose. Like, okay,
for sure.
I'm gonna be this gonna be my man's or this gonna be my homegirl. Like. But I ain't gonna mess with her over there. You feel me? Like you feel me? Like you just know. Like at the end of the day, bro, if I accept you, then it's gonna be love. Like that's why I told him, like I love you. Like you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know.
Right.
He was just in jail for 8 years. You feel me? Like I don't know what could happen to this nigga. Like he could walk outside, get blew down because he in the field with the football. So it's just like. He go outside, get blew down, anything. So I just gotta make sure he know, like, bro, I got love for you. Like, I'm not saying you feel me, I love this nigga to death. Like, oh my God, you feel me? But I'm gonna tell you, like, I love you because I have love for you.
Right.
Like, I care about your well being. You feel me? Like, I'm worried.
That's dope. I would say just that little moment of that did inspire me because that's like something that I've been working on. Like I know that I'm just not comfortable saying to people that I love them, and even to myself. Like I'm not like.
Why though?
So you said why? Like you look surprised when I said that.
Because like it was because I thought you was like I had it was my fault for assuming, but like, I thought you had like basically like one of those like basically you not comfortable telling people you love them, but like it's a part of you know what I'm saying. Like that's a part of
self-love?
No, not self-love, but it's a part of like you being a real person. Like if you talking to somebody, say you kicking it with somebody and y'all got a connection, y'all got a relationship, and not like a girl. Like say y'all talking and y'all just cool, and then like you know what I'm saying, she texting you asking you what you about to do. You know what I'm saying, days go by, you texting her asking her what she about to do. Y'all worried about what y'all got going on. Y'all trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? When stuff happens, like, you genuinely, like, damn, that's messed up, bro. Like, I'm sick that just happened to you. You feel me? That's, like, what you don't understand is that's smaller forms of love. Like, you got love for that person. Yeah. You know, that's, like, and I feel like you feel like that because you just don't understand what the context mean when you say it to them. Like, it's not like you saying, like, I love you. Like you saying it to, like like I'm in love with you. Saying it to him. You know what I'm saying? But, you feel me? Like, it's one of those, like, you just saying it, like, bro, don't be afraid. Like, my little brother, Sonny, he told me, like, bro, don't ever be afraid, like, to let somebody know you got love for them, bro. You don't know when the next time you're going to see them.
That's
you feel
true.
me? You could leave her and she get hit by a car. And now you like, damn, you feel me? Like, Sonny tell me all the time, like, nigga, because I remember one time I'm like, you feel me? I'm like, you feel me? You always say you love me when we about to get off the phone. You feel me? And he be like, bro, I don't know what the fuck happened to you. You feel me? Like, I would be sick if something happened to you and I ain't get to tell you that. Like, you feel me? So every time you get a chance, say it. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm working on that for sure. It's not that I don't feel love. Like, I feel love for people. Like, but as far as like verbalizing it and expressing it, it's like I'm not comfortable with that part. Like, I can feel it for myself, but telling you that is like uncomfortable. And I think it's because like I just didn't grow up like that. I didn't grow up with like people
where that was like
where that was normal, where we just walking around like I love you, like like that just wasn't my experience. And
she like, my mama didn't even tell me that. Like,
yeah, no, honestly, and I think maybe she wasn't comfortable. Not that she didn't love me, because I know my mama loved me, you know, and I know she loved my sister and all of her family, but we just wasn't a household that
like,
that did that.
Yeah, like y'all wasn't like connected. Like y'all wasn't like, you feel me? And
I guess you could. Yeah.
That's important. It's important. Like, you feel me? And then that's why I be on that. Like, he brought that. Like, my little brother brought that to my attention. Like, bro, you have to let people know, because it would be fake for you to wait till they die or something happen and then you just try to let them know then. Yeah. Because it's like, bro, you should have gave that man his flowers while he was good.
That's true.
You should have been on that. If you feel like, don't wait until now.
Till it's too late?
Don't wait until it's time. Because when it's time, it's too late.
Oh.
You feel me? Like, don't wait until it's time for you to start doing something. Or where you gotta do something. That's why I be on that. Like, every chance I get, I'm gonna tell my man, it's like, love you, bro. Like, I'm gonna talk to you later, love you, bro. Like, and it ain't even, people be looking at me too. Like, it's crazy. Like, when I be out and about, or like I'd be like with my friends, like, you feel me, like they'd be like, dang, like you tell everybody that, like, yeah, like nigga, because if I mess with you, like, nigga, I love you and I'm gonna tell you that, like, I'm not about to, you feel me, because what if something happened to him?
Yeah, I said when men like express emotions, it really touched my heart. Like when I just said that, like when I see men like, especially when I see a man like love on his son. That really just touched my heart. Like, because normally you would see like a man to a daughter. When I see a man love his son, it's just like, it's just so special, because you don't see, at least me, like I didn't see that a lot. I don't see that a lot, just like in life.
I ain't gonna lie, I never saw that. Like, and it's so crazy. Like, I never saw it with my father, like my biological. Like, so, like I've been like basically adopted by Sonny's family. You feel me? And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's so good. It's so crazy how well Han is doing. Like with me, like, bro, he doing so much. Like you feel me? I ain't never felt that like with my father. Like somebody actually like loving on me and stuff like that. And now that I get to see it, it's just like, dang, that's sweet. Like, that's hard. Like, you feel me? Like, that's a different bond that I didn't even know was around. Like, I didn't even know that was, you feel me, possible.
Like a thing,
And now I see it, and it's like, dang, like, I respect it a lot more. I see it, somebody out with their child. And he have his son on his show, you feel me? Or he doing something with his son. I'm like, dang.
On the forehead or something like, oh,
like, he being a man. He's stepping up, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's, and it, you know, it come with background and so much extra. Like, he being there for his son. Like, you feel me? Most black guys, what?
Most men probably, period.
They gone.
Not just black men, but, you know.
Yeah, period. Yeah, most men, period. But, you feel me? Like, basically what I'm trying to say is like, when you see somebody out, like I'm out and about and I see somebody with their son, walking with their son or doing something with their son, it definitely give me that, like, I'd be like, dang, like, that's hard. Like, I be in my head like, you a real nigga. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Because you taking the time out to do what you supposed to do.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I feel like this has been a great talk.
Heck yeah. It's definitely been a great talk. I feel like it done went from self-love. Like, I feel like we had a good talk.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, and this is what I do with all my guests. I know you have been seeing this sitting here.
Yeah, like I saw that when we first
got here. So this is the self-love deck. So I do this at the end of every episode. we pull a card from the self-love deck, a random card, and these all have questions that are related to self-love, and then we just both, answer the question.
Oh, okay.
So I just shuffled up a little bit.
Damn,
so
man.
I'll let you do the honors and pull a card and read the question.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right, so is what you accept from others what you think you deserve? Explain. Shit.
I'm telling you, these be good questions. Like,
I wish I had a lighter so I could show some heat. Damn, like I don't even understand that. Like, hold on, is what you accept from others?
We can do another one. You want to do another
deserve?
one?
Like, what? Dang, that's deep. I don't understand. Like, it's hard to even understand the question. Like, what do they mean? Like.
All right, let's do another one. Because some of them do be like...
And it say self-worth at the top. That's a damn good question, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good question.
It's a good question. We'll do another one, though. Okay, put the next one.
Let me see. All right, man. If self-love was a muscle, how would you work it out daily? Okay. Boom. Now, with the information I just got from here today, you feel me? Like, if it was a muscle, what I do is stuff like, basically, like, I do things that, like, would make, if somebody else did for me, would make me feel good. Like it would be like a treat to myself. Like I would reward myself. Like
okay, so like what is it specifically?
Basically like I'll just have a good time or like do something that I would like. Mm-hmm. Like basically learning about something creative, like going to go, I don't know, like looking at stars or something, like anything, like you feel me, like I like stuff like that, so I would just go do something that I would enjoy, like
that's,
and I feel like it would be rewarding to my mental,
you
feel me, it would be a spiritual reward, not I'd be working on my muscle.
I feel like sometimes even me, sometimes I think that like self-love, it gotta be this grand, big thing that you gotta do in order for it to be self-love. But like you said, something as simple as just going outside and looking at the stars. If that's what you love to do, and that brings you peace, or it helps you self-reflect, or just you like looking at the stars, like that's self-love.
Like, but I just want to make sure, like, to clarify so the people on the podcast can know, like, I ain't talking about, like, what I was saying was, learning, like, basically, like, if I get a telescope and I go learn something about the stars, like, okay, this star, or this star is this one, or this is in the Andromeda galaxy, or this is next to a similar solar system, stuff like that. Like, I like shit like that. So, like, me going to go look at the stars and learning some shit like that would be something that's like, oh, I'd be like, dang, I like doing this. It'd be rewarding.
So you just like learning about new stuff?
Yeah, like stuff that I like, that I'm intrigued about.
Yeah. Okay.
I want all type of information, you feel me?
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm surprised you didn't say your music.
What you mean?
Like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, like, okay, so it's a passion. Okay. I would say it's a passion more than it is, like, a coping mechanism, because I actually love making music, you feel me? But I wouldn't, it's a way like to heal, but it's like a diluted process, I would say. Okay. It's half of the battle, because I get to express how I feel, but now where's the answer? Like, I done told you how I feel, but now where's the solution? Like, I want to get fixed now.
That's interesting.
You feel me? So, yeah, that's basically how I feel. Like, that's how I look at it.
Okay. If self-love was a muscle, how would you work it out daily? So this is something that I've actually been thinking about, because like we talked about in the very beginning, like self-love is like a lifestyle. And it's like something that you got to make a habit. And that's what I'm working on, like trying to make self-love a habit. Because like right now, what I kind of see is that I kind of focus on self-love sporadically. Like I might do it on Monday this week, and then 2 weeks from now, next, Friday, or a random day when I'm just feeling down and I'm like, okay, I need to love myself. Instead of doing like every day, I'm gonna do something that's loving to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is a great question. Yeah. So things that I feel like I can do daily to work out my self-love muscle would be like we talked about being able to tell myself that I love myself.
Oh yeah.
Being able, speaking like kind words to myself every day, and then doing things that I just love to do. You know what I'm saying? Like enjoying life more. Yeah, enjoying life. Enjoying life, enjoying people, experiences, and doing stuff that I like to do. Like I like skating. Like I don't skate a lot, but like that's
something you do.
Yeah, that's something that I like to do. So I feel like I need to. I mean, I don't gotta skate every day. You know, I ain't gotta be on my road bounce like you know.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wish I knew how to skate, bro. Okay.
I can like skate, but I want to learn how to do like the tricks and stuff.
Bro, if I could learn how to just.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But I ain't. You feel me? I don't like falling, so
yeah.
Why would I get in there and just get to falling?
Right. So yeah, just doing things that I like to do, but I don't always do. So like, I want to learn how to speak French. You know, like different stuff that I just have an interest in.
Okay.
Yeah, like different stuff that I have interest in. I feel like every day I could do something that I'm interested in addition to being kind to myself and also not procrastinating. Like breaking bad habits is what I feel like I need to work on to have self-love every day, because like I procrastinate a whole lot and it makes me like unproductive. You can't be productive when you procrastinating. And I have things that I want to do and I want to accomplish. And for me, that's a form of self-love. Like being able to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish for me is like self-love, because it is going to make me the person who I envision myself to be.
Yeah, definitely.
So if I'm procrastinating, I can't get to that. And so working on not procrastinating, getting up out of bed, like whenever I have to have like book appointments or stuff, I try to do it early in the morning so I can force myself to get up, get out the house,
right,
and do something. So just little simple stuff like that. It's how I work out my self-love muscle. So I'm gonna work on that definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Like definitely work on the procrastination.
Yeah, I will. Okay, well, that wraps up this episode, Dezzy.
Right.
Thank you so much for
being
on
having
the podcast.
Me, man. Thank you for having me.
For being the first male guest.
Yeah, y'all know
like,
what it is, man.
I feel like we had a really good conversation. I appreciate you for being like open, you know,
about
your experiences and everything like that.
Oh yeah, the talk is really to like, hopefully like somebody that's listening, like, you know what I'm saying, is understanding what I'm talking about, like, in a way, like, because I know I really went through this. So like, it's somebody in the world that's going through the same thing and or if similar.
Exactly.
And I know they're gonna listen to it and be like, dang, bro.
Yep.
Just take the knowledge. Just take the knowledge. Like, just take the knowledge, bro.
And then in a couple years or whatever, when you really
when it's on the floor, listen. When it's on the floor, I say 6 months, man. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna say it on this podcast. I say 6 months, man. 6 months. I got some stuff coming up. You know what I'm saying? I got some things that's gonna happen. Some changes, some faces that's finna. You feel me? Like I got some things.
All right.
Going.
You talking about your music, right?
Yeah, right. I got a lot of things like that's behind the scenes. Like I ain't really just jumped into it yet because I'm not completely done. Yeah. But you feel me? I'm smarter than these niggas, so of course I'm not just running into a half-ass. I'm waiting until I'm done. Yeah. You feel me? And then once it's on the floor, it's on the floor. Trust me.
So when your music really pop off, you gotta come back.
Oh yeah.
And then when your self-love journey really pop off, you gotta come back again so we can talk about it.
Oh yeah, because I want to see like how different the conversation is.
Yeah, for sure. Be crazy. Yeah. All right, that's all we got. Thanks, Dezzy.
All right, thank you.
Peace.
All right, see.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Our Self-Love Story. I hope this content helps you as you embark on your own self-love journey. Please rate and review the show and join the OSLS community conversation on YouTube today. Your post could be our next conversation starter. Stay tuned for next week's episode coming Saturday at 1 p.m.